Hey, I'm Ray Romano. Hey, I'm Master Ray Romano. Hey, I'm Ray Romano too. I'm Harry Ray Romano. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I'm Raymond. Hey, hey, hey. Do you know what a mammoth is? A mammoth is a big hairy boy. A big massive elephant with hair. Basically me on a Friday. Now my favorite mammoth in the world is one played by Ray Romano in Ice Age. He's hot. He's a beefy bad boy with a dark past. He has a tough soul, but he's not afraid to defend you. His fur is soft and his tusks are big. He's just incredible. Cold things. Ice is cold. Now imagine a movie about that, and imagine Ray Romano is in it. Now you have a double billion-dollar franchise. Hey! A franchise in which the animation hasn't changed in almost 20 years. This dude still looks like Now you see Ice Age is great. Ice Age is exactly what the title implies. But the other movies? They're alright. Somewhat less ice-filled, but at least all the titles stay accurate. Meltdown, stuff do be melting. Dinosaurs? Continental Drift, they drift. And Collision Course, they collide. But the first one is of course the best. It's the most simple, the most full of heart, the most gross looking also. Ew. Also the most daring of the series, as they literally show children being baked alive in burning goo. But overall, this movie is great, and my favorite, and the most nostalgic. I would grow up watching this movie like it was the only thing that existed. I would watch this little hamster weasel thing do his dumb thing with his nuts and I would laugh. This little gerbil would play with his nuts and crack ice and he would just go crazy. Now you see, there's one thing I did not remember about this movie. For some reason, I did not remember the baby. That disgusting, freakish baby. Throw him in that boiling liquid, I'll tell you that much. This movie is great though. The characters are memorable. The story is engaging, and the ice is ice. Ray Romano is in this movie, so is this dude, and the humans look like balloons. Now this movie is on Disney Plus. Who would have thought? The movie begins with, which means it's already a 10 out of 10 in my book. I just love accuracy. We meet the little hamster who does some hop hops trying to find a place to store his little walnut. He finds a spot that is no different from any other spot, except this is where he puts his little walnut inside of the spot, and this spot cracks. It cracks like your mother. It sends ripples to the world and sends his little feet scampering until he is destroyed, and that's the end of his story. So we see all these animals and they're talking about ice. Now that is nice.
I'm just saying, how do we know it's an ice age? Because of all the ice!
We meet two turtles who look like Duty, and then we meet, we meet Ray Romano. It's Ray Romano. Ray Romano is already a frustrated Romano kind of guy. We also meet Sud, who is sitting on a tree. He then steps in poo and is chased by rhinos. But Ray steps in and saves him by throwing them both over a cliff. Now they're gone forever. But then Ray Romano and Sud fall off too. Mammoth see mammoth do, I guess. So both these dudes then chill together, but it turns out that Ray Romano has the cold shoulder, get it? And is a meanie. But that won't stop Sud from annoying him because we need a funny duo for the movie. We meet the balloon people, the Balloonians, and a pack of dogs who want to eat the ugly baby. They attack the Balloonians but don't get the baby. The baby ends up running away and getting its mom drowned. How tragic. We then cut back to the weasel and he still has his almond. He's holding it in the sky and he does like a cute funny things and gets hurt and stuff, and that's comedy. Ray Romano and Sud find this drowning mom and big ugly baby, and Ray Romano takes the baby and mom melts into the water. She meltdowns, get it? Sud carries big baby, but Ray Romano regrets taking it. He also talks with his nose, which looks very gross. The dog dudes are upset at one of the dogs for not capturing the baby, so he hangs out with Sud and Ray Romano. This leads for our bros to hang out, and the baby is there too. They all become best buds and plan to hunt down the humans so they can destroy the baby in front of them all, just to rub it in their face. Dog also has a bad case of the lazy eye. Ew. Sud has to give the baby a diaper change, and Ray Romano eats it up. Freak. We then meet a bunch of doo-doos who store watermelons. A big ol' slapstick action sequence happens where Sud has one of the melons, so he destroys all the doo-doos. And the melon too. Why'd he do that? The next day, Sud meets up with insanely ugly fish monsters with hairy chests. Ew. Ew. Straight Planet Sheen looking aliens. Gross. And Ray Romano is like, what's the matter with you? What's the matter? What's the matter with you? The boys travel through an ice cave where you see dinos, foreshadowing to the later movies. Ha! You also see evolution and weirdos. It then turns out that this baby is an alien. I knew something was up about it. I knew it. We also see cave paintings and find out that Ray Romano's wife, Ramona Rachel, got attacked in a cartoon. At least it wasn't real, right? It was just a cartoon. The boys then almost fall into lava. The floor is lava. Oh, watch out. That's not ice, it's lava. So basically this entire movie is a walking movie. These boys, they just walk. They walk, but mostly it's migrating from non-ice to the ice. And in between, you have some slapstick and action comedy. It's sweet and fun and never really reaches this annoying pandering tone. I think it's because this movie is so early in the age of 3D animation, and yet it feels like a project that did not know it was going to be as massive as it became. So the group reaches this area where they're all ambushed by the dogs, and it turns out that our dog, the main homie, is a traitor. He led everyone there because he wanted to give the baby to the other dogs. That's bad. He's a meanie. He's a liar meanie. I can't believe he would do this. Ray Romano is mad at him, and he's like, "What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?" And he chokes him with his massive, beautiful tusks. Look at them bad boys.
Bad tusks.
But all the other dogs show up. Fat dog, skinny dog, alpha dog, and they all battle and fight for who gets to eat the baby. Sud stomps on one of the dogs, and then one of the dogs like nuzzles our dog, and it hurts him, I guess. Ray Romano is like, "That's it, what's the matter with you? I'm Ray Romano, I'm coming for y'all." And he gets one of them to get stabbed. And our dog is on the floor sleeping. He got no wounds. What's wrong with him? So afterwards, they bring the baby back to its human dudes, but the dad is like, "Nah, I don't want it." And he threatens Ray Romano. And then the movie ends with our three best buds going out to chill out. We then see our weasel friend again, who is at some island in ice, still trying to get his almond. He then blows up the world, and the end. Ice Age is a good movie, with good use of slapstick and humor, genuine heart and soul. The story of Ray Romano actually feels earned and nice, even though during the beginning he's literally just Shrek and Sud is just Donkey. But that doesn't really matter because the dog dynamic is great. It adds tension throughout the entire movie and feels special. One gripe I do kind of have with the movie is how they treat the villain dogs. They honestly aren't villains or evil or anything. And no, that's not because yay they want to eat the baby, I stan. It's because they honestly have a right to be upset at the humans and how they want revenge. They talk about how the Balloonian Humians attacked their pack first and basically most of them are gone. And yet the movie shows these dudes as evil for wanting to be like, "Hey, you guys hurt us and now we're gonna hurt you." Justice for these dogs, seriously, they just wanted to avenge their brothers. There's nothing wrong with that.
Especially since his daddy wiped out half our pack and wears our skin to keep warm. An eye for an eye.
But even this point can be justified since there's a lesson of forgiveness found in Ray Romano, because in the cartoon, humans were the one that attacked his family, and yet he forgives them to bring the baby back in the end. This movie is much better than it deserves to be, and I think even it knows that. The rest of the franchise is basically all samey feeling, with really good moments, but nothing really feeling as good as this movie. This movie is weirdly adult, and not afraid to show anything dark or morbid. The movie is cold, not because of the ice, but because the world these characters inhabit is so harsh and mean, and they know it. This allows for the movie to be really great with evolution jokes, history jokes, and just general science jokes. Growing up and learning about eras of the world like this and watching this movie is a great companion piece and perfect for actually learning something while growing up. Learning something while being funny.
Look, we're gonna break your neck so you don't feel a thing. How's that?
Wait a minute. I thought rhinos were vegetarians.
An excellent point.
Shut up.
A lot of these old animated movies can be very nostalgic but also very bad, but this one is genuinely good. It has a perfect blend of comedy and an actual story. While most of it is just traveling and walking, it never gets boring because it knows exactly when to cut to something fun or just add something random to keep people interested, but not in an annoying way. The later movies just add so many characters, like countless, and that's when it starts to cross the line of annoying and obnoxious. Ice Age definitely is a memorable movie, but I feel like it's overlooked just for how overproduced the series became. Of course, everyone remembers this movie, but no one talks about it more than making fun of something about it, and that's a little sad. In anything dumb and funny, there's always something heartwarming inside of it, at least a little hopefully. This is definitely one of those cases. This movie is good, and I feel like a lot of people just laugh it off as a joke because the characters look funny, but I like it a lot. I like Ray Romano a lot. He's a big old hunk. Ray Romano. He's the mammoth with his big tusks and a weird voice. I love him. Oh, Ray Romano, my big boy, I love you. I love you. I love you, Ray Romano. What's the matter with you? I love you.